So, welcome back to Policing TV for this third video that I am recording with Serena Kennedy KPM, King's Police Medal, for those unfamiliar from outside the UK with the designation. Uh, Serena, uh, we focused on past and present. Now let's look to the future. As you come up to your departure, you're leaving the role of Chief Constable of Merseyside at the end of this month, August 2025. Um, what do you see as the major challenges for policing, both UK and potentially internationally, over the coming several years? Are there areas that you see as already particularly challenging, areas that you see as being even more challenging in the future, and perhaps even the opportunities as well?
So I think obviously there are challenges, but many of them can present as opportunities as well. So I would say a big one is the trust and confidence of our communities in policing. Nationally, we've seen that impacted by high-profile incidents stretching back over several years, and that's not those high-profile incidents continue in England and Wales to impact, as we've seen in recent weekend with protest, and the emphasis very much being focused around policing and policing coming into direct conflict with members of our community. I also see a fiscal challenge that police forces face, and indeed that fiscal challenge right across the public sector, and how with the need to make savings, if I take my own force, for example, we've got a £30 million savings challenge over the next 5 years, but increasing complexity and demand that we are dealing with, and requirements that we are expected and have to deliver on, but also public expectation, and that fiscal challenge is being felt across the public sector. So with that stepping back of some services, policing can feel like the service of last resort because we can't say no. Also, in terms of, I talked about those expectations. Again, I use my own force, for example. I know that my police officers are spending, on average, an extra 35 minutes on every incident that they attend to, whilst expecting and needing to deal with that increasing demand. And yet, I have 650 less officers than I had in 2010. So whilst the previous government uplifted policing by 20,000, and the current government is uplifting policing by 13,000, I still have 650 less officers than I did in 2010. Yet that complexity and level of demand is increasing. I think the other issue is around data and technology. In terms of, we absolutely need to be ahead of the curve in relation to the way we are using data technology, artificial intelligence, and I don't feel that policing always moves fast enough in those areas. So some key headlines for me around where we need to move to.
The incoming Chief Constable, so current Chief Constable of Cumbria, Rob Carden, himself a former Merseyside officer, and I believe his father was also a Merseyside officer. So every indication there that the force is going to be in safe hands. And I'm going to take this opportunity to wish Rob all the very best as he takes on the role at the end of this month, early next month. What about your own role? We are very tight for time here because you have other engagements coming up in just a very few minutes. But what about as I understand it, your plan is to leave policing and take a well-earned rest from policing, and maybe to put policing behind you. You've served now for 32 years, I think, the last 5 of which has been as Merseyside chief. If I'm correct in that understanding, do you think you'll miss policing, and what will you do to fill your time?
So yeah, stepping away, I suppose, as a warranted officer, but hoping to stay involved around policing and connected in the areas that I'm passionate about. So, I'm the national lead for prevention. I chair the Prevention Coordination Committee. So hoping that some of the work and relationships I've developed over the past 5 years, I will be able to continue working in those fields. A real passion around leadership. I would not be sat here as the Chief Constable of Merseyside if I'd not been incredibly well supported right throughout my journey at every rank by people who've encouraged and supported me, which is why I went and was the cohort director for the Executive Leadership Programme this year at the College of Policing, which has delegates from across law enforcement and indeed other public sectors within the United Kingdom, but also our international delegates. So hoping to stay around leadership, but also as the Chief Constable of one of the Metropolitan Forces, I've been quite heavily involved in the police reform work that's ongoing in the UK at the moment. So also hoping to stay involved in, reform, policing strategy, transformation. So watch this space. I don't know what that's going to look like at this moment, Bernard, but that's what I'm hoping. After a period of rest in September and October, that what I'm going to be doing will start to come to light.
Well, Serena, I wish you well in whatever may emerge in that future career. Um, but for the time being, with the clock right against us, I will thank you finally for this third of three videos. Serena Kennedy, KPM, soon to be the former Chief Constable of Merseyside. Thank you so much.
Thank you.